hanging out with Baba Thunder. What a great match you had with PJ Savage. I mean, you handled him like he was a little kid.
Well, the outcome wasn't the exactly how I envisioned it before, but yeah, we're here, and I hope that's not the last time I see him and I see the Titan organization. I'm very appreciative of them welcoming me here, and the atmosphere here was electric. So appreciate you.
All right, what's next for you in Contra?
Well, we'll see. It was important for me to do this and come here. Now it's time to focus on other tasks, and I hope this is not the last time you see me.
All right, well, thank you for being at Titan Championship Wrestling's 5-year anniversary. Baba Thunder, make sure everybody follows Baba Thunder and gets any merch from where? Where can they get your merch?
Hey, hit me on the Instagram. Everything is on the Instagram, the Baba Thunder. See you on the social media. I'm bringing the thunder.
Whoa. Ultimate Athlete J-Rod, how you feeling after that match, huh?
Hey, I feel great. I'm still OVW Women's Champion, so I can't complain. But I don't know if you saw it. I technically should be champion.
You should.
Double champ.
You should be double champ, yeah.
So, hey, I may be back, and, I may have to take the strap from here with me.
All right, what about Ruthless Lala staring you down at the end, huh?
Hey, Ruthless Lala, she may be ruthless, but she hasn't met the dark side of J-Rod.
All right, what's next for J-Rod after here?
Hey, I'm trying to think because I'm confusing all my weeks, all
WrestleCon?
this travel. I mean, WrestleCon eventually, but I'm each weekend doing different bookings and different opportunities. I was in Minnesota yesterday with MAW, but hey, making it happen, and you'll see me around.
All right, thank you for a moment of your time. J-Rod.
Let's go. You already know.
That's bigger than 8x10. What do you mean?
I don't know. I got hit in the head a bunch of times. What do you want from me?
Speaking of that, what's going on? Like, why did he attack you?
Listen, that Momo knows no respect. And when I get my hands on him, you best bet I'm going to break him. I'm going to break him like the dog he is because he will learn respect. You don't do that to CJ Bambino and get away with it.
Man, are you going to make it to the next KVP show?
Of course I am. It's in 3 months.
Okay, so you got 3 months recovery, huh?
Listen, you get punched in the head with a chain twice and take a 3D. I don't see you in the ring, but you got a belt.
I do, not only 8, but the 23-6 champion.
Go over there. Go. I don't even know why they put me and you on the same table.
I don't know either.
Go over there. Get out of here. Go.
Thank you, CJ.
Trained me, shown me guidance, are on these walls, and it feels bizarre and surreal to be joining them.
He's a good guy. He's an outright kind of guy. But listen, we got Slime Bowl City tickets.
I'm Cora, and I am your winner of this. I like it, Dark Papa Nick. You don't? Are you scared of the Dark Papa Nick?
It's great. It's great. I can't wait.
Honestly, the first and realistically the only.
I'm doing great. How are you?
We just did steal it last time, but it's in safe hands. My son is watching it.
Are you positive?
Yeah, my son is watching.
Look at me! I'm a physical specimen.
Very spicy, very spicy.
You got the dirt.
I wish.
I literally love conventions. Like,
I'm gonna try to get through her. That's my motivation today.
I wish I could.
Come in soon. You can check her out on Monster Slam. Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank. And today we have a very special guest from TNR Wrestling Promotion down in Arkansas. Let me bring to you the one, the only Lightning Logan Light.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, bud? How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good.
I see you got some gold behind you.
Oh, yes, of course. My current piece of gold, the Unified Northeast Arkansas Open Weight Championship.
Awesome. I like the red.
I do too. It's my favorite color. I may wear black and white all the time, but red's my favorite color. Oh, it's black, but I mean, I digress.
That's awesome, man. What about the other belts? What do you got behind you?
That is an older belt from an older promotion that is no longer running. It is the AWE Next Level Championship. I was a tag champion for that promotion and a heavyweight champion. So just kind of, something to put back there from history.
You were retired the promotion.
Yeah, the promotion retire is just it kind of just folded late last year. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, at least they left you a good souvenir.
yeah.
All right. Let's go into some upcoming events you got going on. Wrestling with Pride presents Collision Course Saturday, May 10th. Can you tell us a little bit about this event?
Man, after what happened at the end of last weekend's show with Ray Ivy and Mr. 99%, I don't know if you saw, I posted it on my Lightning Logan Light page. Appalled and disgusted is the right terms for this. And it's a shocker. I have no idea what to expect for this show because Ray was taken out with a whiskey bottle. We had to carry him out of the ring.
Wow.
Triple J was distraught. I tried to calm him down as best as I could. I haven't even heard from Daddy Shane. These people. We wrestle. We're brothers backstage.
All right.
Just I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the show. I know it's going to be a night of action. It's going to be another, amazing show out in Paragould, Arkansas at the Green County Fairgrounds. But I'm still kind of processing what happened.
I see you're still in the moment, remembering the night. All right, let's go into Blazing and Hazing coming up May 31st. I guess this is the kind of the same stuff going on there, huh? But this is a cross promotion.
Yes. So this will be a TNR and Wrestling with Pride joint show. Most of our on-road shows, from my knowledge, is going to be a joint show. So if it's not Leechville Leechville is TNR, Paragould is Pride, and then anything else, from my understanding, is a combination of both shows, both promotions. So it's crossover. Right. And last time we were in Hazen, phenomenal crowd, phenomenal fans. The venue was amazing. It was an action-packed night. I loved being there. I was in a 4 or 5-way defending my championship, and I managed to come out on top in that one. Right. So, I'm looking forward to being back out in Hazen.
That is correct. Road show with both of us. All right. What's up, Rod Potter? That's right. You don't know who's going to show or what's going to happen at a show. And then, of course, we got Spring Stampede right there as you're going up against Tim Hansen.
That is this weekend. This coming Saturday at Leechville, Arkansas. And
go ahead.
There is so much respect to be had for Tim Hansen. That man is a brain of this business in my eyes. And to be able to defend my championship against him is an honor. It absolutely is an honor.
Right.
I plan on bringing every bit of everything that I can. I can only do so much, and I understand this. And he's probably got tricks up his sleeve and hidden under those tassels of his on his pants that I couldn't even dream of. But I hope he sees me as enough of a challenge to bring those tricks, because I plan on scratching tooth nail fighting to retain over him.
All right. And then, of course, we got Age of Rebellion coming up. Tell me what's going on here on May 3rd.
I'm going to stay as calm as possible.
Man, you had quite the last month or so, huh?
I did. This is May 3rd, so this will be the start of next month. I am not a fan of either of my opponents. in this match. It will be a tag match. It's the Revoluters versus myself and Jimmy Buffet. I have all the respect in the world for Jimmy. He beat me for the Vapors Heavyweight Championship last month. Technically, he didn't beat me, actually. It went to a no contest thanks to the Revolutors' interference, that being Jackson Palace, the one in the red there, and the black sheep Christopher Hurst in the back. Those are people that I thought I left behind when, this promotion, the AWE promotion, shut down. I thought, I had moved past them and their group. I was on to bigger and better things. I'm over here, as I call myself the king of the Northeast with this championship here.
Right.
And I kind of looked at them in the rear view mirror to a sense. Like, they're behind me. I'm making my career as a first generation superstar. And then they stuck their nose in business they had no part of being in. Palace, Carib, which is a man that I try not to talk about much, a former best friend of mine, and of course Christopher Hurst.
Wow. Sure not to be missed, that event.
No.
And then coming up in August is going to be a very special event between TNR and Titan Championship Wrestling as they present the Nature State Collision Saturday, August 16th.
I am absolutely excited. I am
Wow.
buying that event. I've since this has been announced, I have followed Titan and I'm seeing what their talent can bring.
Oh my God.
And who's over there, because I'm watching. If someone wants to step up to Lightning Logan Light, to this Category 5 Hurricane that can't be stopped, to the King of the Northeast, I'm just waiting for that call.
Wow.
I am itching for someone to step up.
Right. Man, that's going to be quite the event right there. Oh man, let me see if I have. Oh yeah, and either one of these guys will be there as the champion of TCW. Either Michael Fain or PJ Savage.
Ooh,
they're gonna collide on May 17th up here in New Jersey for Rise of the Titans. But one of those guys will be down there as the TCW champion in Arkansas, coming up in August. Stay tuned for more details as we get closer to the event.
Absolutely.
Good stuff happening, Logan. But let's talk about your history a little bit. And I know Serena's got a question, but I want to get how you fell in love with professional wrestling.
So how I fell in love with professional wrestling was back in the year of 2008. We're going to take a memory trip back.
Let's take the trip.
My first ever bit of wrestling I consumed, WrestleMania 24 on pay-per-view live. That was what got me started in professional wrestling, what got me to fall in love with the business. I've said this, in promos across various promotions. It was my dad who got me into it. It was my father. He rented the pay-per-view out back when they were on Sunday nights, and it was absolutely just breathtaking, from the Belfast Brawl to the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's the night I fell in love with CM Punk as a talent. Got to come to learn names such as Shawn Michaels, him and Ric Flair in Flair's retirement match. Learned of Randy Orton, son of the legendary Cowboy Bob Orton that I saw in the
intro
interviewed. Oh yeah, grandson. Correct. My bad.
Oh, no, the son. No, it's the son.
Okay, it's son. Okay. Sometimes I get confused with these second, third generation superstars. Oh man, and then just from there, I started consuming wrestling every Monday, every Friday, as many pay-per-views as I can, especially once the WWE Network dropped. It was just kind of the writing on the wall. I wanted to become a professional wrestler. I saw it, and for a while, especially coming up through high school and stuff like that. I being in Arkansas, I had no idea where to break out at. You know, you hear about all these people, in the training center in Orlando, or you got like New Jersey is a big territory, uh, in the New Hampshire, New Jersey, Commonwealth area. You've got uh, the Mid South area. That's a big territory. Around here, I stumbled into it. I actually, it was in 2022, which I actually had immortalized in a tattoo I got over the weekend. My wrestling start date.
Oh wow.
Yes. It was in 2022 that I stumbled into a backyard trampoline promotion. I went from there to the promotion, AWE, and from there I went to promotions around Arkansas, such as OCW. I made it into Vapors from there, Pride, TNR, and the rest has been history, man. Just making a name for myself on this circuit. I've wrestled in promotions in Tennessee. I've wrestled for one out of Oklahoma. I'm looking to break into everywhere I can.
All right, good stuff. All right, Serena's got some questions. Who would you like to see walk through those doors at WWP and or TNR?
That's a good question. There's so many brilliant names on the independent scene here. It feels like a loaded question because there's names such as Draven Morrow, there's names such as Bruce McGowan, the War Wolf himself, people that helped train me. There's names that I didn't think I'd see that showed up last weekend. A man by the name of Killer Kellums. I used to know him as DDK, Damage Dustin Kellums, and seeing him walk through the doors was a shocker to me last weekend.
Wow.
So I think who should walk through the doors? Anyone that wants to take that step.
Okay.
Anyone that wants to take that step. Belarus,
Mm.
yep, she's been a great talent that's coming up. Yeah, it's anyone who wants to take that step, walk through these doors, and
They're
take
gonna,
it, bet on themselves.
they're gonna get the smoke.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, Serena. Serena's got chatty tonight. How do you feel going up against such a seasoned vet in Tim Hansen?
I'm nervous. I don't think there's a level of nerves that I've had up until this point, honestly. This is one of the biggest matches of my career, my short 3-year career so far. Tim, like I said earlier, Tim is a mind of this business.
Yeah.
There are things that he knows I could probably only dream about. He's been doing this 20 plus years, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he's got time in this far longer than I have. And plus, he's got family that's been in this. I'm a first generation superstar. I'm coming up with what I have to learn. I don't have, a family member that can teach me the ropes.
Right.
I'm having to figure it out as I go, and he's got all this experience from his family, and then
Yeah.
himself for the 20 plus years. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. If
I'm
there
sure.
was anyone that could stop my reign, stop the storm right now, it'd be Tim. That's how I feel, and it's nerve wracking. But I know that when the pressure is on, the lights are the brightest. I'm going to perform. I'm going to perform well, if not to 110% in that ring.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. Let's
Okay.
talk about some of your favorite hobbies. What do you like to do to have fun?
I'm a big video gamer. I am a massive video gamer. I have a couple tens of thousands of video game money's worth of video games collected just in my space in my house.
Yeah.
I do computer IT. I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh player. It just enjoy
Goes
being us.
on and on.
Yeah, it goes. It goes on and on. I watch a lot of anime.
Okay.
I'm a
Are,
big anime watcher.
are you a Marvel buff?
No, I'm not actually. I believe it or
Okay.
not, that's one of the few things that I passed over in life. Like I love
Wow.
Deadpool. Don't get me wrong. I love Deadpool. I love the Infinity
Avengers.
War and Endgame series. I just don't sit through those superhero movies often.
All right. Favorite food?
Ooh. Mm.
Don't say pizza. Everybody says pizza.
A good steak, honestly. A
Love
real
that.
good ribeye.
Love that.
Good pan-seared ribeye with the garlic butter. Some asparagus with it.
Now I heard through the grapevine that there's some good barbecue stuff going on in Arkansas. Is that true?
Yeah, there's some good stuff out here. There's really good barbecue that I've had. One of those places being Wild Hog out in Little Rock. I think they have some more locations like Conway, stuff like that.
Okay.
Really good barbecue.
All right. Sounds good. I think Rob Father is going to barbecue for me. Right, Rob
Ooh.
Father.
It's,
It's possible. It's possible. He's a busy guy, Rob Father.
he is.
Robert likes your name. And
Thank you.
speaking of liking your name, I see some merch in the background. What do you got it in the
Yes.
back?
So this is a one-off shirt that I need to get uploaded to my Pro Wrestling Tees. It is for the night I teamed with the QWO at TNR with Shane.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. Thank you. And then, of course, on the back, it has kind of like the Jersey style Lightning Logan Light.
Oh yeah.
Then, of course, this is my standard T-shirt that I wear every week. You can't really see it well. Let me scoot that back. See if you can see it there. There we
Oh,
go.
I like that too.
Thank you. This is actually available on my Pro Wrestling Tees currently.
That is awesome.
Yep, I have a banner that I take to every show currently.
Uh-huh.
That has a QR code on it, and people can scan it. So whenever I'm at a show, if you find my banner hanging up, scan the QR code, and it'll take you directly to my Pro Wrestling Tees, so you can buy my merch. Actually,
I got one of those too.
oh, they're nice banners.
They are really cool. He might make that happen for us. Some barbecue at Rob Father's. Barbecue at Rob Father's. That could be a movie.
Yeah, that could. Good.
All right, let's talk about favorite match to date. Who was your favorite match?
Oh man,
Which opponent was your favorite match?
there was one back in OCW that I will remember fondly. It was me versus a man by the name of Bobby Rush.
Okay.
We had a one-on-one. We had two one-on-ones. One was a regular, the other was a last man standing match. Bobby is a phenomenal talent. I love working with the man. He was a big inspiration to me. If you've watched any bits of my wrestling, you see that I do the knee strike a lot, the Kenny Omega V trigger.
Yeah.
Back when I was starting, this is how I got to know the name of Bobby Rush for the longest time, and how it got me to wanting to wrestle him. Was I kept getting told when I was trying to use this V trigger that, hey, your knees will never be as good as Bobby Rush. I took that personally. Didn't know who Bobby Rush was at the time.
Uh-huh.
All I knew was that my knees were never going to be as good as his, and I took that personally. And I was like, I'm going to make it mine. I'm going to make it good. And
Right.
ever since, it looks like I take people's head off. I send that thing. I send my knees full force as just You know, it's take it or leave kind of thing. I've got to make it look good. I've got to be able to beat Bobby Rush and how good his knees look.
Okay, all right. I'm hoping to
Uh,
see that in person, maybe at the show
oh,
coming up
maybe.
in August.
Another favorite match of mine was from Wrestling with Pride. It was Pride Bowl 1 last year in June. Myself and my tag partner, Azul Tormenta, as Lightning Storm, versus Colton Cash and Quincy, former WWE NXT superstar Quincy. That is a match that will forever go down in my memory as one of my favorites as well. The night was just so cathartic. Me and Azul had been fighting for months to be the Wrestling with Pride Tag Team Champions.
Right.
And then, the night we get to not only step up to Colton, who is a veteran of this business, but to step to, someone that's been to WWE, that's been there at
Right.
the highest level you can get to in Quincy, and it was a dream come true. It was a test. It was a culture shock to see if we could hang with them. If we could hang with Quincy. And that night we proved that we could hang at the level of Quincy, and we won the Pride Tag Team Championships. And that started a legendary run for us where we were just top, the kings of the tag team division. And another favorite match of mine, and as much as me and Rob Father don't like each other, uh, I'll give him credit. He gave me another one of my favorite matches when it was me and Azul. We defended against our tag titles against Rob Father and Jackson Palace at Wrestling with Pride in the main event. And I think it was a pinfalls count anywhere.
Right.
That was a lot of fun. I believe it got called a match of the year candidate because it was so good.
That's good stuff, man. All right. Robert says, who has given you the best advice about wrestling?
People that have given me the best advice about wrestling.
No, who has?
Who?
One specific person.
Ray Ivy. Ray
Ray
Ivy
Ivy.
yes, he has been one of the best mentors to listen to about this business. There's and I put him there right because he's someone I'm around at a weekly basis now. You know, with every Pride show, every TNR show, our joint shows, I'm he's there, and I get to pick his brain and listen to him, and he's just a fantastic mind to learn from. And I know I'm probably undercutting a couple of others that I feel like I've learned a lot too. And I don't want to think that if they're watching this, I don't want them to think that I'm discrediting them because they're the other two are also great minds and have taught me a lot. With me being around Ray Ivy every single week at this point, he is an amazing mind to be around, and I've learned a lot from him.
Okay. So, what goals have you set up? And usually, this is the last question, but I want to see where you're headed with this. What are some goals you have for this year?
Goals. Well, I know this year I've planned it for it to be the year of gold for myself. I say I started off pretty well in January, winning this. I know eyeing for the Vapors Heavyweight Championship at some point. That's a goal. Breaking out of
Okay.
Arkansas again and going maybe wrestling in Texas,
Okay.
Tennessee, Missouri, some of these surrounding states that I can get to again is a goal. And just getting my name further out there. Whatever I can do to get my name out there. Like being here is an honor. because you have an amazing platform that I'm pretty sure reaches pretty wide, just from the caliber of guests you have already, just from what I've seen. So it's an amazing opportunity to do this. And it was one of my goals for this year, is to hopefully be on this podcast actually.
That is
So
awesome.
you helped me achieve one of my goals.
Hey, check mark right there. I've had some really great guests from all over the United States, mostly the Northeast and the Arkansas
Right.
area. But man, I met some great people, and there's some great talent out there, and that's what the point of the podcast is all about.
Oh yeah.
Is to meet, well, for me, meet everybody, but also get their names out there as much as possible. So,
Oh yeah.
hold on a sec. What does Robert say? What wrestling in Memphis with Dustin Starr? Yes, thank you, Logan, for those kind words. I don't know what the other comment meant. Wrestling in Memphis with Dustin Starr. I guess he says, "Do you want to wrestle with Dustin Starr?"
I think he's talking about Memphis wrestling.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Memphis wrestling. I would like to. I'm not gonna lie, that is a goal. I would like to make it out there. I have a few mentors that wrestle out there currently, so
Okay, awesome.
making it out there is a goal, because you've got people like Aaron Roberts, who's been WWE ID'd from there. So, and that's the ultimate goal, is to make it to WWE.
Okay.
Make it or die trying is the motto right now with that.
A lot of good stuff happening in Vegas with the ID championships.
Oh God, Izzy Moreno, I saw that.
I watched it.
What's crazy is I remember her on NXT as a kid.
Yep. I actually had the privilege. There was a convention up here, and I was out here. I had Brittany Brooks with me, and she was like right next to us, Izzy with her mom and stuff. And they were all so very nice, and it was just awesome to meet her and to see where she came from. But same thing, watching her in NXT, where she is now competing in an ID tournament.
There's another one I'm rooting for that I got to meet personally. That's Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino Jones, yeah, I heard some good things about Cappuccino Jones.
He's another great mind I got to pick at a show, Gladiator Championship Wrestling. I got to pick his brain there. Great guy.
Yeah, I know a couple of people in there. I know Aaron Rourke, who was also last night at GCW. He's the ID. Marcus Mathers.
Yeah.
To me, he's probably the standout out of all of them. Just because I've seen him personally wrestle.
Right.
And I'm gonna say close second is, and I haven't seen him do a lot of the ID stuff, but Bryce Donovan, who was the first ID person.
Yeah. I think everyone in the independent scene, since the ID stuff has started, is really starting to step up their game.
Yeah.
Knowing that WWE is watching a lot more.
Oh, look at this. 25. Wow, 2025 is the year your goals got met. Win a belt, be on the podcast. The rest of 25 is yours.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I guess another one of my goals is to finally put the Revoluters behind me again. That's another one, and I get that chance May 3rd.
That's awesome.
Looping back around to that.
If you could have an intergender match, who would you have a match with?
I actually got to have one recently against Ali Savage in a tag team match. That was fun. That was at Marmaduke.
Okay.
Anyone in particular? Not off the top of my head, honestly. There's a lot of great female talent. That's something that we've got this weekend with TNR.
You said you got the Rob father to worry about as well. Oh man.
Mr. Robbie one belt now. Ooh. Used to be 3.
For all the trash he talks, he better be cooking some good eats for us in August.
Better. No, we've got a great that Ali Savage is a great talent. And then of course she's in our women's match this weekend at TNR with Hayden Rose. So I'm excited about that because Hayden Rose is a phenomenal talent. I've ran into her just a handful of times, but what I've seen in the ring with her, amazing.
Amazing.
And of course, Allie, just kind of going out. It's beyond the barricade, so I'm going to go beyond the barricade here with this break that fourth wall. She's kind of like a daughter to me, so I'm going to say she's phenomenal in that ring too.
Awesome.
She's amazing. So I'm excited for that matchup to see it.
Good. You got a lot of great stuff happening,
Oh
Logan.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what your future holds, bud.
Oh yeah. And more to come. Like this train is not stopping. I'm at B27, turning 28 this year. I might have had shoulder surgery, a knee surgery. I'm beaten up already. I'm 260 some odd pounds doing swantons and moonsaults. But this train is not off the tracks yet. I'm going to keep going until it does, or I'm in that WWE Hall of Fame and main eventing WrestleMania.
Good stuff. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? Says Robert.
Ooh. Oh. You trying to make me choose favorite children now? So mean. I can't just whoa.
Can't just choose one, huh?
No, I can't, but if it's someone I've taken the most inspiration from, I want to say CM Punk.
CM Punk.
I know that's a controversial choice.
It is very controversial.
I get it. With everything he said in AEW, and then when he got fired from WWE, I get it. It's a controversial choice, but his promos are fantastic in WWE. He learned from the best Paul Heyman.
Huh?
His in-ring work, he tells a story. The Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre. Oh, beautiful storytelling.
Good stuff, man.
He draws you in. Of course, there's names such as AJ Styles, Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Roman, Cena, that I pull from and watch and gain inspiration from on how to get better at this business. Not to mention, the people I get to meet on the road, people I'm in the locker room with, such as Insane Daddy Shane, Triple J, Ray Ivy, Monoxide. The names that just the list of names that I get to learn. Tim Hansen, and pull and pick the brains of. It's great.
Good stuff. All right, Serena, what do you got for us? With TNR starting up the women's division, is there any female wrestlers that you're hoping to see in TNR?
Asa Morta is one of them. Asa Morta. Hoping to see her one day in the women's division. Let's see who else. Oh, man, I'm not sure. It goes back to you want to be a part of TNR's blossoming women's division that is going to be absolutely fantastic, because with the names we've got now with Hayden, Allie, and probably Abby Grace when she's ready, because I've seen her wrestle. It's going to be walk through the doors, step in, get your name out there, bet on yourself kind of thing. Come one, come all. Be a part of this fantastic women's division we're building.
All right. Roman was this weekend with help from The Rock, huh? I didn't think we talked about that, but okay. WrestleMania plans, and then I'll have one more question for you.
Got to wrestle WrestleMania Saturday. I'll be at TNR.
Okay.
WrestleMania Sunday. I am catching up on Saturday. Have you seen that it's supposed to be 9 hours for both nights?
I know. Well, the pre-show.
That's pre-show, post-show scrum.
Right. Plus, Saturday is stand and deliver.
Oh, it's the stand and deliver breakfast, as Wrestle Talk says. I'll watch them a lot.
Oh man, big weekend for wrestling. Don't forget the Hall of Fame and SmackDown tomorrow night.
Yes, I'll be watching that. Sunday, assuming I can afford it, I'll probably get pizza for whoever's at my house, and we'll just chill. We're gonna watch WrestleMania both nights if we haven't caught up already, and just enjoy it. Because that's something I do every year is I watch WrestleMania live. It's been a tradition since 24. I've watched 24 live, and that just kind of snowballed from there. From 24 to now, I haven't missed a single WrestleMania from watching it live. Now, granted, with the 2-night thing and me wrestling, I may have to miss one night here or there, but I swear I'm not going to miss them both. I will watch at least one of them live. And for me, that counts enough. It
All
used to be on
right.
Sundays in one sitting anyway.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Last question. If you could pick any of the promotions that you would want to work for that best fits your style, which one would it be?
I am happy when I say this. Don't get me wrong when I'm saying I am happy being with TNR, Pride, and Vapors. They are amazing companies, and they are fantastic people to work for. They run their promotions so smooth, drama free in the backstage. It's great. I love it. There are promotions I would like to get into. Of course, Memphis. I would like to get back out to Tennessee Independent Wrestling Federation. Of course, with the Titan crossover, hopefully that branches into me being able to fly up there and wrestle. Uh, maybe reality of wrestling one day. Maybe, of course, shooting the long shot here, NXT. You know, of WWE Evolve,
Okay.
the Legends Futures Greats. That's it. It's the if you want to book me, reach out. You know, TNR and Pride keep me really busy, and I love that. I love being able to wrestle every weekend, but just let me know. You know,
All right.
I'm itching.
Logan Light,
I'm itching to get out and get places.
as you should, branch out, make those connections, meet people, and show them what you can do. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
You can find me on Facebook under Lightning Logan Light. Uh, I think it's a little weird. It's lightning and then it has a little comma thing, apostrophe there. Uh, so you can follow me there on Facebook. At Instagram, you can find me Logan Light Wrestling. You can find me every Saturday at either Vapors Championship Wrestling, in which that should be at the Saline County Fairgrounds on May 3rd. You can find me this weekend at TNR Championship Wrestling in Leechville at Spring Stampede 2. You can find me at Paragould, Arkansas at the Greene County Fairgrounds with Wrestling with Pride. And you can also find my YouTube page. I think it's Lightning Logan Light. Might be Logan Light Wrestling. Let me double check so I don't give people the wrong information. Yes, it is at Logan Light Wrestling. And I should have a public playlist for my matches that I can get, just individual matches, so people can watch through those.
Awesome, man. Thank you for coming on. All right.
Thank
As
you for having me. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on. As for me, you check out one of my latest vlogs up now. I'm hanging out with Tegan Knox, aka Nixon Newell.
Oh, she is a great talent.
She's an awesome talent. I got to talk to her for a minute at the big event that happened in March. And then, as you saw in the intro, my poor pal, CJ Bambino, got hit with a chain in the head. I think he's going to make it to the next show in 3 months. So. Not too happy with me at the moment, but
he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Also coming up is, like I said earlier, TCW presents Rise of the Titans coming up on Saturday, May 17th, as PJ Savage finally takes on Michael Fane. It's been brewing since like December and November. So a lot of stuff happened at that day. Coming up in July, actually, coming up next week is NYWC's Grandmaster of the Mat, April 26th. Drew Gulak will be in the house.
Ooh, Drew Gulak.
And I know that's going to be a great event. Go to nywcprowrestling.com. Get your tickets. Greek God popping on will not be there anymore. I don't have the new graphic because I didn't put it up. But that's on me.
Yeah.
Also coming up in May is FanFest 3 for SICW. Go to SICW.org. You got Bill Apter Show on Friday. Saturday is the FanFest. And then you got the St. Louis Hall of Fame, followed by the SICW show, including the Bruiser Brody Memorial. And the winner of that Rumble will get the Bruiser Brody Cup. It will be presented to them by Barbara Goodish, Bruiser Brody's widow. And it's a great person. If you need any Bruiser Brody stuff, contact Barbara Goodish on Facebook. And if you want some great coffee, Logan, get it from Prince Nana at princenanacoffee.com. It is really good coffee, and pick yourself up some Prince Nana coffee.
Okay.
Oh, and if you want some good wrestling figs, go to DNS Wrestling Collectibles. Contact Coach David73. If you want it, he'll find it for you at AOL.com. Currently at WrestleCon with Danny Stratos this weekend, Nadia White, Mandy Rose.
Hey.
Hanging out with Coach David. Dana Ashbrook hanging out with him, and Julia Hart as well. This whole WrestleCon weekend. Certain days you'll see Mandy, certain days you'll see Julia, certain days you'll see Danny, certain days you'll see Nadia. But either way, go to the DNS Wrestling Collectibles, and I just heard Kayfabe Cardboard will be with them as well. They got an NWA set out now on the NWA merch site, so pick that up as well. And then in July, Logan, myself and Coach finisher pain. Myself and Coach David got the upcoming all women's wrestling show right here in Long Island as NYWC presents Rising Stars Women's Wrestling, and legit Layla Hirsch will be there on July 12th. The meet greets at 5 p.m. The bell time's at 7. Front row is $40 and GA is $25. Tickets will be going on in a few short weeks for that event. Already announced is Layla and Zoe Sky will also be there that night, and we got some great surprises coming for that show. Stay tuned for here to get the scoop from good old Papa Denk. Man, that was a lot to say. I talked more doing that than I did during the whole interview.
Hey,
but that's okay, because it's about you during the interview. It's not about me. It's about the talent.
I do appreciate it. I appreciate the time getting to be on here. I really do.
I appreciate you coming on. And also, I forgot to mention next week, the SICW owner, Herb Simmons, will be on next Wednesday, April 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check out that podcast. Herb is a fountain of knowledge for the wrestling business. Been in the business over 50 years. God bless Herb Simmons. Love Herb. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you all next week. And yes, happy TNR WrestleMania weekend. We will be back next week. Logan, hold on for a minute, everybody else. Have a great night. Make sure you get your pizza and watch WrestleMania.